We hid our warp tech. Humans took it apart and brought it back immediately. Best HFY Stories HFY. The human exploration ship Endeavour drifted slowly through the dark stretch of space near the edge of the Perseus sector. Captain Daniel Brooks stood on the bridge looking at the blinking consoles. The space around them was quiet. Only faint stars and a few distant nebulae could be seen. "Status report," Daniel said calmly. His voice carried authority, but it was not loud. It was the voice of someone who trusted his crew. "Nothing unusual so far," replied Ethan Ross, the tactical officer. "Scans of the nearby debris field show only one large object. It looks like a damaged vessel. No active signals." Daniel leaned forward. "Can we get closer?" "Already moving within range," said Maya Collins, the young technician. She tapped at her console with quick, precise movements. "Hull scans show heavy damage, likely old battle scars. The power systems are offline or destroyed." Daniel nodded. "Lucas, Dr. Carter, you're with me." "Let's take a look." Engineer Lucas Grant and Dr. Olivia Carter, the physicist, followed him quietly to the observation deck. They all watched the strange shape of the vessel ahead. It was unlike anything humans had ever seen. Its metal hull was covered with strange markings and smooth lines that reflected the distant starlight. "It's old, but it isn't human," Olivia said softly. She had seen alien ships in simulations, but this one was different. "The design, it's efficient. Too efficient." Lucas frowned. "And the power signature is strange. It doesn't match anything we know. Even the damage doesn't make sense. The systems aren't burning out the way we would expect." Daniel tapped his fingers on the console. "Well, it's out here. Let's find out what's inside." The landing team prepared the shuttle. The ship descended slowly toward the alien vessel. Its hull was cracked in several places and pieces floated around it. The airlock was damaged but still functional. Daniel, Lucas, Olivia, Ethan, and Maya floated carefully inside. The interior was dark. Emergency lights flickered weakly. The smell of burned metal hung in the air. The humans moved slowly, their eyes scanning for anything unusual. "Control panels are dead," Ethan said. He touched a console that glowed dimly. "No life signs." "The ship has been abandoned for years, maybe decades." "Or longer," Olivia said. Her fingers traced the lines of the panels. "But the core, it's still here. I can feel the energy signature. It's faint, but it's not completely gone." Lucas walked toward a large chamber at the center of the ship. The walls glowed faintly with alien symbols. At the center was a large, cylindrical device. Its metal surface was smooth and strange. Faint blue light pulsed from inside. Daniel stopped. "Is that what I think it is?" Olivia stepped closer. "Yes, it's a warp engine or something very much like it. I've seen theoretical designs, but this is functional, it's real." Maya's eyes widened. "It looks broken." Lucas shook his head. "No, it's not broken, it's incomplete, or maybe it's a test. Some systems are offline, but it's stable." Daniel's eyes narrowed. "A test? By whom?" Far away, beyond human sensors, the Velnari fleet watched. High Overseer Zalith sat in the command room of the flagship Sirinth. He was tall and covered in silver armor, his skin pale with faint markings. He observed the humans through their energy signature. "They are here," Zalith said. His voice was calm but filled with authority. "The humans are curious." Lucas Grant, Olivia Carter. "No, their names are unknown to us, but they are clever. Observe them closely." High Overseer Velker, the Velnari scientist, said nervously, "They will not understand. They are primitive. Their species barely scratches at dimensional travel. This warp core is advanced, too advanced for them." Zalith's eyes narrowed. "That is the point. It is a test. They will fail. They always fail. They are human." Back in the alien vessel, the humans continued their examination. Lucas knelt beside the warp core and studied the panels. "The energy regulators are damaged," he said, "but the containment field is active. If we touch it wrong, it could overload." Maya carefully moved a protective shield between them and the core. We need to stabilize it first. No sudden movements, no guesses. Olivia's eyes scanned the complex symbols. The patterns are logical. I can understand some of the dimensional equations. They fold space differently, but I think I can map it. Daniel nodded. Take your time. Ethan, keep watch. Make sure nothing comes up behind us. Hours passed. The humans worked slowly, carefully examining every part of the warp core. They did not rush. They did not panic. Lucas carefully measured energy flows. The core is not dead, it's waiting. It's like it's sleeping. Olivia tapped at her portable console. The field is stable, we can touch it now, but we need to follow the sequence. If we reverse the wrong step, it could collapse. Maya smiled faintly. I like puzzles. She gently touched the first interface. The lights of the warp core pulsed softly, responding to her touch. The humans exchanged a look. This is working, Daniel said. No alarms, no explosions. So far, so good. Unknown to the humans, the Velnari were holding their breath. Velker's claws tapped nervously on the console. Stop them, they will destroy it, they will ruin everything. Zalith leaned forward. Patience. Let them proceed, their curiosity will be their downfall. But the humans did not fail. They worked in harmony, combining Luca's engineering skills, Olivia's physics knowledge, Maya's intuition, and Daniel's calm leadership. Even Ethan, the tactical officer, contributed by analyzing risks and keeping the team focused. By the next cycle, the humans had stabilized the power flows. The warp engine hummed quietly, energy contained safely. They had not triggered any failsafe. Olivia stepped back and whispered, "It's not broken. It's designed this way. Someone left it here intentionally." Daniel frowned. Left it? By whom? Maya shrugged. Maybe they wanted someone to fix it, or maybe it's a trap. Lucas studied the panels again. It's too clean for a trap. There's no chaos, no corruption in the code. Whoever built this, they wanted understood. And I think we can do it, Daniel nodded slowly. We'll proceed carefully. No guesses, no rushing. The humans continued their careful study, documenting everything. They measured, traced, and recorded. Slowly, the warp engine systems began to make sense. They did not rush to activate it, they only wanted to understand it fully. Meanwhile, the Velnari watchers grew uneasy. Zalith's calm expression was slipping. They are careful, he muttered. Too careful, Velker hissed. They will fail, they must fail, they are human. That species destroys everything it touches. But the humans did not destroy it. By the end of the human workday, the warp engine remained intact. Its core pulses softly, stable, and untouched by reckless hands. Daniel looked at his team with quiet pride. We've made it this far. Nothing is broken, no one is hurt, that's success. Olivia smiled faintly. It's beautiful, I've never seen energy contained so cleanly, it's elegant. Lucas nodded. It's a machine, but it's more than that, it's clever, and I think we can learn from it. Maya tapped the panel gently. We just have to respect it, that's all. Ethan crossed his arms. Respect it and understand it, that's all we've done, nothing more. Far away, Zalith sat in silence. His eyes glowed faintly with worry. This test, they are passing it. They are passing it, Velker trembled. Impossible, humans are weak, they cannot succeed. But success was not impossible for humans. Their curiosity, patience, and intelligence had allowed them to stabilize a device that even the Velnari thought too complex to survive human hands. Daniel turned to his crew. We will continue tomorrow, but for now, good work. Let's return to the shuttle. We leave nothing behind that we cannot retrieve. We respect what we do not yet fully understand. The crew nodded. They moved carefully back to the shuttle. The alien vessel remained silent, but for the first time in decades, its core seemed alive. The hum of energy was soft, calm, almost like it was waiting for something. As the shuttle ascended back to the Endeavor, Olivia glanced at the fading lights of the alien ship. It's a gift, she whispered. Or a test. Either way, it's ours to learn. Maya grinned. And I like learning. Lucas looked at the readouts. We're going to understand this piece by piece. Nothing rushed, nothing wasted. We do it our way. Daniel rested his hands on the console. Good, that's how humans work. Slowly, carefully, but we get results. Others may underestimate us, but that's fine. Let them. Far in deep space, the Velnari fleet observed. Zaleth's face was calm but tense. We will see what they do next, but we must be ready. They are not like we expected. The humans, unaware, returned to their ship. They were careful, curious, and patient. They did not rush, they did not panic, and they did not fear. They only sought to understand. And that would be the first step in a story that no alien could ever forget. The human ship Endeavour had returned to its secure research station in orbit around the small planet Kestrel 4. The station was quiet, efficient, and human-built. The warp engine, now carefully transported from the alien vessel, rested in a containment chamber specially prepared by Lucas Grant and Maya Collins. Captain Daniel Brooks stood at the observation window, looking down at the core. It was larger than he had first thought, a tall cylinder with faint glowing symbols and panels that pulsed softly. "Are we ready?" he asked. Lucas Grant adjusted his gloves. "We are ready. The containment field is stable and we have full sensor coverage. Any misstep and the engine could overload, but if we proceed slowly, carefully, we can understand it fully." Dr. Olivia Carter nodded. "I've mapped the energy flow patterns as much as possible. It's not just a power source. The way it folds space is elegant. Whoever built this put thought into every detail." Maya Collins grinned. "Then let's start taking it apart, piece by piece." Ethan Ross crossed his arms. "Careful, we don't rush, we don't guess. We make notes for every connection, every wire, every panel." The team moved into position. The warp core's containment field hummed faintly, a low, steady vibration that filled the room. Lucas carefully opened the first panel, revealing a complex array of circuits that glowed faintly in blue light. The circuits seemed alive, almost organic in their design. "It's beautiful," Maya said quietly. "It's like it was grown, not built." Olivia bent over her portable console. "I can read parts of the energy signatures. The regulators here control the dimensional fold. I can simulate them in our system. We can test without touching the main core." Lucas began removing small components, placing them on anti-static pads for examination. "Everything is modular," he observed. "It's designed so pieces can be replaced, upgraded, or repaired. Whoever made this plan for human-style engineering, or maybe they expected someone else to fix it." Daniel watched the team carefully. "We proceed in order, no shortcuts. Anything we remove must be documented fully. Understand?" "Yes, Captain," the team replied. Meanwhile, in deep space, the Velnari fleet watched the humans through advanced sensors. High Overseer Zaleth's expression was calm but faintly tense. Velker, the alien scientist, paced behind him. "They are actually working on it," Velker said nervously. "I told you, High Overseer, humans cannot understand this. They will destroy it by accident." Zaleth's eyes narrowed. "They are cautious. They are not reckless like we assumed. This is unexpected," Velker hissed. "Unexpected is dangerous. Their hands are touching systems that took our empire centuries to perfect. They will fail." Zaleth remained silent. He did not want to show doubt in front of his advisor, but even he could see that humans were proceeding differently from anything the Velnari had predicted. Back at the station, Lucas carefully removed the first energy regulator. It was intricate, delicate, but fully intact. He placed it on a scanning table. Maya and Olivia began examining its design. "It's efficient," Olivia said. "Much more efficient than anything in our current warp engines, but I noticed some redundancies. Some areas could be simplified." Maya nodded. "We can test without altering it yet. Let's see how it behaves in simulation first." Daniel stepped back, observing. "Good. No guesses, no improvisation. We only test what we fully understand." Over the next cycles, the humans continued to take the warp engine apart carefully. Every panel, every regulator, every power conduit was examined, measured, and documented. They built simulation models of each component. Lucas worked on the containment matrix. The shielding is clever. It adapts automatically to dimensional stress, but I see a way to stabilize it more evenly. If we reinforce this section, we can prevent overload during large jumps. Olivia studied the energy regulators. The folding sequences are brilliant, but some steps are inefficient. We can optimize without breaking the design. Maya laughed softly. It's like solving a puzzle, and we love puzzles. Daniel shook his head with a small smile. We're not rushing, patience. That is what makes humans strong. As the humans worked, the Velnari observers grew increasingly anxious. Commander Irath, the military representative, could not hide his frustration. They are learning too fast, Irath said. They are reading the system. They are labeling flaws. This is not supposed to happen. They should be failing by now. Zalith frowned. Do not interfere. This is the test. Let them reveal their nature. Velker growled. If they succeed, the implications for the Empire are unimaginable. In the human chamber, a small incident occurred. Maya Collins discovered a hidden code in the system, a faint sequence of pulses that seemed to control an emergency shutdown. Lucas, she said, pointing to her console, look at this. There's a shutdown sequence. If triggered, it would blow the engine. It's hidden in the secondary matrix. Clever but simple. Lucas examined it closely. Yes, it's not complicated. I can neutralize it. No alarms will be triggered if we proceed carefully. Olivia leaned over, intrigued. This confirms what I thought. The engine is incomplete. It was left this way on purpose. Someone wanted it handled by someone smart enough to understand it. Daniel nodded slowly. Then we proceed carefully. Disable the shutdown, study the system fully, then decide what to do. No guessing, no rushing. Humans always succeed when they are careful. Over the next cycles, the team slowly dismantled the core. They separated the main components, measured energy flows, and rebuilt digital models in the station's simulation system. Every step was calculated, double-checked, and documented. Lucas noticed patterns in the dimensional folds. The sequence is modular. Whoever built this expected modifications. We can adjust without breaking it. Maya tapped her console, and the fail-safes are simple enough to understand. They are not traps. Whoever left this here underestimated human patience and intelligence. Olivia smiled. Yes. This is a gift or a test, but we are passing it by thinking, not by guessing. Daniel watched his team, quietly proud. This is what makes us human. Careful, patient, observant. Others rush, others panic. We think. That is how we survive. Back in deep space, Velker's claws tapped nervously on his console. They are stabilizing it. How is this possible? Humans are weak. They should have triggered the emergency shutdown. They should have destroyed it. Zalith's expression darkened slightly. Humans are different. They are not like we expected. Observe them carefully. Everything they do is deliberate, precise, calm. Irath growled. This is dangerous. If they succeed, the balance of power will change. We cannot allow this. Velker's breathing became heavier. They are dismantling it, studying it, improving it without knowing it. The human mind, it adapts too quickly. Meanwhile, on the station, the humans reached the point where the warp core was completely disassembled. The main cylinder, the regulators, the containment rings, and the folding matrices all lay on inspection tables. Each piece had been examined, scanned, and simulated in digital models. Lucas smiled faintly. We understand it, piece by piece. The design is brilliant, but it has flaws. Not many, but enough that we can improve it. Olivia nodded. Yes, we can rebuild it better, more efficient, safer, faster. And we can understand every part of it. That is knowledge. That is power. Maya leaned back in her chair. And we didn't rush. We didn't panic. We just learned. Daniel rested a hand on the table, looking at the disassembled engine. And that is why humans succeed where others fail. Careful observation, patience, and clear thinking. That is our strength. Never forget it. In deep space, Zaleth's sensors recorded every human action. He leaned forward, frowning. This was not supposed to happen. They are passing the test. They are succeeding, Velker hissed. We built this engine to test them, to prove their weakness, and yet they understand it. They are calm, precise, and they improve it, Irath growled. They are not like we expected. This species, it cannot be controlled. If they keep going, the consequences, I cannot predict them. Back on the station, the human team prepared to begin the next phase, rebuilding the warp engine. They had fully understood every component. They had neutralized hidden shutdown sequences. They had mapped energy flows, folding sequences, and containment systems. Lucas looked at the core components laid out in front of him. We can rebuild this, better than before. Safer, cleaner, more efficient. Ready? Maya grinned. Always ready, Olivia nodded. We know what we are doing. This is not just copying, we understand it. That makes all the difference. Daniel looked at his team, quietly proud. Then we proceed carefully, one step at a time. We are humans, that is our advantage. We will do it our way. Slowly, deliberately, correctly. Others will underestimate us. That is fine, let them. And so, the humans prepared to bring the alien warp engine back to life. Piece by piece, carefully, patiently, they would rebuild a device that even the ancient Velnari believed humans could never understand. Far in deep space, the Velnari observers watched in stunned silence. High Overseer Zaleth's eyes were sharp, his jaw tight. This test, they are winning, they are humans. Velker could barely contain his anger. Impossible, how can they succeed? Zaleth's voice was calm but cold. They are not reckless, they are precise, they are clever. Watch them. The galaxy underestimates them at its own risk. The humans had taken apart a warp engine designed to test them, and in doing so, they had proved something even more important. They could not be underestimated. They could not be predicted. And that knowledge would shape the next steps of the galaxy. The human team gathered around the disassembled alien warp engine in the station. Every piece lay neatly on inspection tables. Captain Daniel Brooks looked at his crew with quiet confidence. We understand it, he said. Now we rebuild it, carefully, step by step, no rushing, no guessing. Lucas Grant, the engineer, began connecting the first components. His hands moved slowly, deliberately. We keep the original structure, he said. We don't want to break it. But I see some areas where we can make improvements. Cleaner energy paths, stronger containment. Maya Collins smiled. I like improvements. It's like giving the engine a little human touch. Olivia Carter studied her console. I've optimized the dimensional folding sequences in simulation. It will reduce stress on the containment rings. We can test safely before fully activating it. Ethan Ross, tactical officer, checked every step. No mistakes. Document everything. We proceed in order. One error and this could explode. Daniel nodded. Good, let's begin. Piece by piece, the humans started rebuilding the warp core. Lucas carefully reassembled the energy regulators, while Maya stabilized the containment rings. Olivia monitored the folding sequences, adjusting parameters to improve efficiency. The hum of the engine grew softly, a steady, controlled vibration. It was alive again. Status? Daniel asked. Lucas looked up. All systems aligned. The containment field is stable. No leaks. Energy regulators are optimized. Olivia smiled. The fold sequence is ready for testing in simulation. It's smoother than the original design. Maya's eyes sparkled. It's like a puzzle coming together, and it's working perfectly. Daniel stepped back. Good. Prepare for partial activation. We will test one small jump in the simulation before attempting anything in real space. The humans watched as Olivia ran the simulation. The warp field pulsed, expanded, and folded neatly in the digital model. The energy readings were clean. Containment remained steady. Lucas nodded. The simulation is perfect. This engine is ready. and our improvements should make it safer and more efficient than the original. Daniel turned to his team. Good work. We proceed to full activation tomorrow. Far away, the Velnari fleet observed. Commander Erath's claws tapped nervously. They are rebuilding it. How can humans succeed at this? They are weak. This is impossible. High Overseer Zalith remained calm, but his eyes were sharp. They are not weak. They are careful. They think. They succeed because they understand, not because they guess. Velker's breathing grew heavy. They are not just rebuilding it. They are improving it. That was not supposed to happen. Back on the station, the humans prepared the warp engine for activation. Lucas adjusted energy regulators and strengthened the containment rings. Maya double-checked all safety protocols. Olivia ran the final folding simulations. Daniel looked at them. Ready? Yes, they all replied. He nodded. Engage sequence, step by step. Observe. Do not panic. Humans do not panic. The warp engine hummed. Lights glowed softly. Energy began to flow through the regulators. The containment rings shimmered as power spread evenly. Olivia monitored the folding sequence. Energy is stable, she said. Folding is correct. No anomalies. Lucas adjusted one regulator. Containment is strong. No leakage detected. All parameters are within safe limits. Maya pressed the final panel. Engaging full activation now. The warp core pulsed. Energy rippled through the chamber. Lights danced across the walls. The hum grew louder but remained controlled. Daniel watched calmly. Steady. Observe. Nothing moves too fast. The warp engine began forming a small fold in space. The effect was mesmerizing. The energy field twisted, curved, and then stabilized. Olivia smiled. It's perfect. Cleaner than the original and more efficient. Energy output is higher, stress is lower. Lucas grinned. And we didn't break a thing. Maya laughed softly. I told you humans know how to handle puzzles. Daniel turned to the others. Good work. Prepare for a real test flight tomorrow. We will jump a small distance and return safely. Observe everything. Learn from everything. Far in deep space, the Velnari fleet reacted to the readings. Zalith's eyes narrowed. What are they doing? The engine is active. And stable, impossible, Velker hissed. They are not only rebuilding it, they are improving it. This is dangerous. This species, it adapts too quickly. Erath growled. They are reckless, but somehow they are succeeding. This is not possible. Back at the station, the humans prepared the Endeavor for the first test jump with the rebuilt warp engine. Daniel, Lucas, Olivia, Maya, and Ethan suited up and entered the ship. The warp engine, now fully rebuilt and optimized, was connected to the ship systems. Daniel gave the order. Initiate sequence, step by step, monitor everything. Lucas watched the energy readings carefully. All systems stable, power flow is clean, containment stable. Olivia adjusted the folding parameters. Simulation matches reality, fold sequence is ready. Maya's fingers flew over the console. Final checks complete. No anomalies detected. Ethan nodded. Weapons and shields offline. No unnecessary systems drawing power. Minimal load. Ready for jump. Daniel took a deep breath. Engage warp drive. The engine hummed, then roared softly as energy flowed through the warp core. The space around the Endeavor shimmered. A small fold appeared, curving neatly in front of the ship. Energy stable, Olivia reported. No leaks. Fold is smooth. Containment perfect. Lucas nodded. Better than any simulation. The engine is more efficient than the original design. Maya smiled. This is amazing. We are actually doing it. Daniel's voice was calm. Hold steady. Initiate jump. The Endeavor surged forward. Space twisted and curved around the ship. In a flash, it vanished from the station's sensors, leaving only a faint shimmer in the chamber. Moments later, the ship reappeared. All readings were perfect. The warp field dissipated cleanly, and the engine hummed softly. Status report, Daniel said. Ethan checked the instruments. All systems normal, fold complete, Energy consumption lower than expected, containment intact. Olivia grinned. We did it, the engine works, and it works better than before. Lucas laughed softly. Humans rebuilt it, improved it, and survived. Maya leaned back. I told you humans could do anything if we are careful. Daniel smiled faintly. This is just the beginning. The galaxy underestimates humans at its own risk. Far in deep space, the Velnari fleet reacted. Zalith's eyes were wide. They jumped successfully and returned safely. Velker's claws trembled. How is this possible? They rebuilt it, improved it, and survived. Irath growled. They are not like we thought. Humans are clever, precise, and unstoppable if they think. This is dangerous. Back on the station, the humans prepared to report their success. They sent a calm, simple message into space. Test complete. Warp engine functional. Thank you for the prototype. Daniel turned to his team. We did not just succeed, we understood. We improved. That is what makes humans strong. We think, we adapt, we survive. Others may underestimate us, but that is fine. Maya laughed. And they did, Lucas nodded. They thought we would fail, we didn't. Olivia smiled. We did more than survive, we made it better. That is human nature. Daniel's eyes were calm, steady, and the galaxy will learn that soon enough. In the distance, the Velnari fleet remained silent, recording and observing. High Overseer Zalith's jaw tightened. This changes everything. They are not weak. They are not reckless, they are humans, and they are far more dangerous than we imagined. Velker hissed. We underestimated them, this will be remembered. Irath's voice was low and sharp. We cannot predict them, we cannot control them, they adapt too quickly. Back on the station, the humans celebrated quietly. Not loudly, not boastfully, but with calm satisfaction. They had taken apart, studied, and rebuilt a device that even an advanced alien empire considered too complex for humans, and they had made it better. Daniel looked at his crew. Tomorrow we test longer jumps, but tonight rest. You have earned it. Maya grinned. Rest, maybe, but I can't stop thinking about the next improvements. Lucas laughed softly. That's human nature, always learning, always improving. Olivia nodded. Yes, and that is why humans succeed where others fail. Daniel looked at the softly humming warp engine. This is only the beginning. The galaxy does not know it yet, but humans are not to be underestimated. Not now, not ever. And with that, the team prepared for the next day, calm, confident, and ready. They had rebuilt, improved, and successfully tested the alien warp engine. The Velnari observers, stunned and silent, realized that humanity was a force far stronger than they had imagined. The galaxy had witnessed only the first proof. The human ship Endeavour rested quietly in the station's docking bay. The rebuilt warp engine hummed softly, a calm and steady vibration filling the room. Captain Daniel Brooks stood with his crew, watching as the systems settled. We have learned, rebuilt, and improved, he said quietly. Tomorrow we show the galaxy what humans can do. Lucas Grant adjusted the energy regulators one last time. The engine is stable, fold sequences optimized, containment reinforced. It's ready for longer jumps. Maya Collins checked every panel again. No surprises, all systems nominal. We can go farther than before. We can test multiple jumps safely. Olivia Carter tapped her console. Simulation predicts perfect jumps up to 5 times the previous distance. Stress levels remain low. Energy consumption is efficient. Ethan Ross crossed his arms. Weapons and shields offline, minimal load, ready for operational test. Daniel looked at the warp core, its soft glow reflected in his eyes. This is more than a test. This is a message. Humans are careful, intelligent, and adaptable. The galaxy underestimates us. That ends today. Far in deep space, the Velnari fleet observed the human activity. Commander Irath's claws tapped nervously on his console. They are preparing for full-scale jumps. How can humans succeed at this? High Overseer Zalith's eyes narrowed. They do not rush. They do not panic. They understand. That is why they succeed where we predicted failure, Velker hissed. They are rebuilding, improving, and preparing to demonstrate. This species, it is not like any we have encountered. Zaleth's voice was calm, but his eyes glowed faintly. Watch carefully. They are humans, and they are far more capable than we imagined. The next day, the humans boarded the Endeavour. Captain Daniel Brooks gave the order. Prepare for operational warp test, step by step. Observe, learn, execute precisely. Lucas checked the energy regulators. All systems stable, power flows clean, containment steady. Olivia monitored the folding sequence. Simulation matches reality, fold sequences optimized. No anomalies detected. Maya ran final diagnostics. Everything is ready, no surprises. Ethan glanced at the navigation system. Coordinates set, minimal load, ready for jump. Daniel nodded. Engage warp drive, step by step, observe everything. The engine hummed, glowing softly. Energy spread through the regulators. The containment rings shimmered. Slowly, a fold began to form in front of the ship. Space bent and curved, shimmering as the engine stabilized the warp field. Energy stable, Olivia said, folding smooth. Containment perfect, Lucas smiled. Better than the original design, more efficient, cleaner output, Maya laughed softly. Humans rebuild, humans improve, humans succeed, I like it. Daniel's voice was calm. Hold steady, initiate jump. The Endeavour surged forward. Space folded neatly around the ship. Stars twisted, curved, and then vanished as the vessel jumped farther than any human ship had ever gone before. Minutes later, the ship reappeared in the station's sensors. All readings were perfect. Energy consumption was lower than expected. Containment remained intact. Daniel looked at his team. Status report. Ethan checked the instruments. All systems normal, jump successful, fold dissipated cleanly, energy stable, containment intact. Olivia grinned. We did it. Longer jump, perfect stability. Engine is working better than anyone expected. Lucas nodded. Humans rebuilt it, improved it, tested it safely. Nothing broke. Maya leaned back in her chair. And they underestimated us. Daniel smiled faintly. That is always the advantage of humans. Careful, patient, observant. Others rush, panic, or underestimate us. We think we adapt, we survive. Far in deep space, the Velnari fleet observed. High Overseer Zaleth's face was calm but tense. They jumped farther than predicted. Containment held. Energy output stable. Impossible, they are humans, Velker hissed. They are not just surviving, they are excelling. This species rebuilds, improves, and succeeds where even we could not. Dangerous, very dangerous, Irath growled. They adapt too quickly. They are precise, patient, and clever. We cannot predict them, we cannot control them. Back on the station, Daniel gave the next order. Prepare for demonstration to the Velnari fleet. We do not attack, we do not threaten. We only show that humans are capable. Lucas checked energy regulators. Engine stable. Fold sequence optimized, ready for demonstration. Olivia monitored the warp field. Simulation predicts perfect visual display, clean energy signature. Fold will remain controlled. Maya smiled. Then let's show them what humans can do. The Endeavour launched. The warp engine pulsed softly. Space folded, forming a controlled visual display of twisting light. The ship made several short jumps in front of the Velnari fleet, each time appearing and disappearing perfectly. The energy field was smooth, clean, efficient. High Overseer Zaleth watched silently. This is more than a demonstration. They understand the technology. They have improved it. They are showing mastery, not theft. Velker hissed. Impossible, they are humans. How can they achieve this? Irath's voice was sharp. They are clever, precise, patient, unstoppable if allowed to think freely. This changes everything. Back on the station, the humans prepared to send a final message. Daniel typed calmly, "Thank you for the prototype. We have studied, rebuilt, and improved it. Humans understand. The galaxy should not underestimate us." Lucas watched the message transmit. Clear, calm, and correct. No threats, just proof. Olivia smiled. They will see the truth now. Humans do not destroy, we understand and improve. Maya leaned back. And they will remember it. Daniel nodded. Good work. This is what makes us human. We think, we adapt, we survive. Others may underestimate us, but that is fine. Let them. Far in deep space, the Velnari fleet remained silent. Zaelith's jaw tightened. This species, it is not like we thought. They are clever, patient, and adaptable. They cannot be controlled. They cannot be underestimated. Velker's claws trembled. They rebuilt our technology, improved it, and demonstrated mastery without a single error. Humans dangerous, very dangerous. Irath growled. We cannot predict them. We cannot fight them with assumptions. This is unprecedented. Back on the station, the humans celebrated quietly. Not loudly, not boastfully, but with calm satisfaction. They had taken apart, studied, rebuilt, and improved a device even an advanced alien empire believed too complex for humans. Daniel looked at the team. We did not just succeed. We understood. We improved. We proved that humans are capable of more than anyone expected. And the galaxy will learn it soon enough. Maya smiled. I think they already know. Lucas nodded. They will never underestimate humans again. Not now, not ever. Olivia added, we did not rush. We did not panic. We observed, analyzed, and improved. That is the advantage humans have. Thought, patience, adaptability. Daniel's eyes were calm but determined. And that is why humans survive, succeed, and thrive where others fail. The galaxy will learn it in time. The warp engine hummed softly in the station. Its glow reflected on the crew's faces. The humans had completed the test, passed it, and gone further than anyone imagined. They had proven intelligence, patience, and ingenuity could overcome technology that even the most advanced empire considered untouchable. Far away, the Velnari fleet recorded everything. High Overseer Zaelith spoke quietly, almost to himself. We underestimated them. That was a mistake we will never make again. Velker hissed. This species, humans, they adapt faster than any system we built. Faster than any prediction, dangerous, unstoppable if allowed to think freely, Irath growled. The galaxy has changed. Humans are not weak. They are precise, intelligent, and unyielding. They are something else entirely. Back on the station, Daniel watched the warp engine. The test is over, he said. We succeeded, we understand, and the galaxy will remember it. Maya grinned. And that is what makes us human. Lucas nodded. Careful, patient, observant, adaptable. Others underestimate us. That is their mistake. Olivia smiled. We did more than survive. We improved. That is humanity. Daniel's voice was calm, steady, and certain. And the universe will see it soon enough. Humans are not to be underestimated. Not now, not ever. The warp engine pulsed softly. The station was quiet. The humans had proven themselves. The Velnari had seen the proof. And the galaxy would never forget the day humans rebuilt, improved, and mastered a technology far beyond what anyone expected. The test was complete. The humans had passed. And they had shown the first proof that intelligence, patience, and adaptability could surpass even the most advanced technology. The galaxy had underestimated humans. That would never happen again.